second. Let me just check.
No. Welcome! Welcome! Is it working?
Hitting the ground running.
Is it working?
Hit the ground running.
I was checking the balance.
I like that. That was like a surprise. Like
Welcome!
that was the Kool-Aid Man eventually. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Start it over!
The rhythm has been broken. The rhythm's been broken, and Nelson can't handle it.
That's it. Welcome to the Silver Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
Ed.
That's right. The squad is back.
That's right. New week.
Plenty of new shit to talk about, new things to discuss.
A lot going on in the world.
So we figure instead of starting with exciting, crazy, fun news, we'd let Eddie start.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, there you go.
I'm playing.
Get ready to put your kids to bed.
Absolutely, I'm playing the new Pokemon game. Super dangerous, bad for kids.
Oh shit! Is that the new Pokemon Razor and Poison?
No,
Razor and
you're talking about the one they just announced after the game they just released like a week ago. No, Arceus.
Yeah. They
So,
just realized
yeah, I'm playing Arceus now, and they literally today announced Scarlet and Violet.
Yep.
So, like,
Yeah,
don't
I saw
worry.
that.
There's another game coming while you're not even done with that one we just gave
That
you.
theoretically is more traditional than
Yes.
Arceus is. Okay.
Right.
Arceus breaks away from the tradition. You're not
Open world.
in a world where people understand or accept Pokemon. Most people are scared of them.
Isn't it the past or something?
It's
Like,
the past. You
yeah.
end up time travel. You're back in the past.
Before we were friends with Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah. And now they're all
I'm still
scared
not friends
of them.
with Pokemon. Fuck you guys. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh man.
you know you'd have a Pokemon.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be anti-Pokemon.
You'd have that racist ass Jinx Pokemon.
I'd be like, I would say like Team Rocket, but they have Pokemons too, the bastards.
Yeah. I mean, the Pokemon world is kind of fucked up if you try to look at it in any realistic way. Because you go, where's the cattle? Oh, that's the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right.
What do the Pokemon eat? Well, probably other Pokemon.
yeah.
What do the humans of the world eat? If they're not vegetarian,
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Can you imagine a fucking Beedrill?
Who does the labor in the world? If you're smart enough to train a Pokemon, the Pokemon.
But can you imagine like a Beedrill? Can you imagine like going outside and like mowing your lawn and you disturb the nest of a 3-foot tall
3-foot
wasp with
tall
fucking 3 gigantic stingers? Like,
That's amazing.
Like no, like we would be wiped out. If Pokemon wanted to, they'd wipe us out.
Listen, standard in this game is what's called alpha forms of the Pokemon, where they're like 4 times larger than normal.
I saw that. That's beyond my scope.
They're-
I haven't.
They're gigantic, and they're just all over the fucking world.
Okay, wait. So then, if you could have a Pokemon, what would it be? I'm going first. Charizard,
That's fine. That's fine.
dragon, flamethrowing, flying. Boom.
Yeah, well, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I guess if you're gonna have a Charizard, then I'm gonna have a Blastoise just so I can ruin your fucking day. Ruin your day.
Is that a water Pokemon?
Giant turtle with
Bullshit.
fucking water cannons on his back. It can pump out an Olympic swimming pool every second.
Oh,
Every second. Worth of fluid.
So it doubles as a companion. All right, Eddie.
Yes. I knew a girl that could do that. But we're not gonna talk about that on air.
Well, if we're talking with Gen 1, which is where you guys are sitting, and I'm going with Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
He's the king.
Still to this day.
In the
Still
first
to this
game,
day.
Yes.
he was the baddest motherfucker.
He was genetically engineered weapon.
But
Pokemon.
is he the coolest motherfucker? I mean,
Yeah,
gotta-
Depends how you look
Dragon.
at it. Depends how you look at
Dragon.
it. Depends how you look at it. I mean, he's
Dragon.
giant turtle.
Giant turtle.
You know who I always
Bro,
liked?
you're not in the contest of cool.
Bro, I always liked-
it's Dragon and Mewtwo.
I always liked Rayquaza. I loved Rayquaza. That giant green fucking emerald dragon that controlled
he was in the
storms.
Wu-Tang Clan too, right?
Yeah. He came in after the RZA. It was Ghostface, the
RZA,
RZA,
Rayquaza.
Jizza, So how is it? How is Arceus?
You know, it's a great game. It does break away from some of the traditional stuff in Pokemon, which is refreshing. It's very much open world.
That's got to throw people off. That's the first Pokemon game that's did that since like what, Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, but it's getting tremendous reviews. I don't think there's any complaints.
No.
But it's all open world. It's people that are the people in the world are new to Pokemon, and you're kind of like going out there and capturing them, and you're creating like the first Pokédex.
Right.
And you have all these other like alpha forms of them, and
So Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon, kind of.
Kinda, yeah. They did it a little bit with the last Pokemon game where they had open field areas, but this is in other games, you used to run in the grass to scare Pokemon to attack you.
Random encounters.
And this one, you're hiding in the grass to try to capture them before they see you. It's completely flipped the way you kind of play, and it makes much more sense. Where
People seem to like
you're
it.
not running at the wild animal. You're trying to capture it before it sees you.
Right.
Right. But that's before they had a better understanding of the inner workings of the Pokemon
Yes.
community.
I see.
Some of them can be subdued, others can be talked to.
Yep. I've always found them great, especially for my daughter, because some people complain there's no voice acting. I'm like, good. It's a game she wants to play, she enjoys, and she's going to have to read the whole fucking time.
Awesome. You got to use your brain, kids.
Yeah, congratulations.
Way to go.
But it is
do it.
it is a little weird to see that they have this new form of game, and it's only just essentially been released. And today we're recording. It's Pokemon Day. Wonderful, and they're already announcing their next 2 games.
I'll probably jump in there.
And
I'm
they're-
not going to lie. I already saw the 3 starters. The
And
grass
they're-
cat, the
they're-
fire crocodile, and the water duck.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming for you, fire crocodile. His name is Fue Coco. I can't wait to play it. I can't fucking wait to play
That's
it.
All right,
Fantastic.
I have to jump in because I think I'm the only one that hasn't played a single Pokemon game here.
But they're going to be
Listen.
essentially they're dropping another Pokemon game this year because it's at the end of the year. So
late.
it's like
Late.
it's starting
Yeah.
to become like Call of Duty, where there's not where it's every year you're getting one where it's like you might start saturating it because they're doing all the other mobile games also on top of this.
God bless Pokemon though. It's like right up there with Mario as like Nintendo's #1 franchise.
Yeah.
It's just $1 billion+ on
The only
itself.
thing-
they just keep pumping it out.
The only thing Game
rinse
Freak
and repeat, but it's
could
good.
do-
It's a good formula.
to make more money is to release the games on other consoles. If they broke away from Nintendo, because Game Freak is the company that makes the Pokemon games,
I would play it. I'd play it on the PlayStation. I'd play it on a handheld.
but I
I'd play it
know
on anything.
plenty of people that are buying Nintendo just for the
for
Pokemon
Pokemon.
games.
So then it's smart.
I
for
almost
them.
bought a Pokemon Switch back in the day. Or I almost got. I call it a
A
Pokemon
Nintendo Switch.
I almost bought a Nintendo Switch for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I tell you what, it's
I wanted to play
They
it.
probably have a good relationship.
it's
with
$200
Nintendo.
for the Switch Lite. If you're not
Right.
playing on a TV, just playing it handheld, $200 is pretty easy to get into a console.
And it's probably one of the biggest screens that's ever been on a handheld. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
go.
considering how hard it is still to get the larger consoles, unless you have an Xbox.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, like, because you can get those. They're readily available.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
you just can't get the PS5 because it's a high quality machine.
Yeah.
High quality machine.
Actually, I bought a PS5 the other day. And then I put it in my driveway and ran it over with my car.
Oh, well, if you get another one, please let me know. 'Cause I'm in the market for one.
Because I figure every console that I destroy with my car is a life I've saved.
That's fair.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about a movie that I just seen last night, Uncharted, and I was woefully disappointed. I went in there with actually knowing very little about the actual premise of the movie.
It's a
other than
PlayStation
the video game.
It is a PlayStation
Yeah,
game.
other than the video game and how successful the video games have been, and it had a good cast.
When
right?
are they going to learn, though?
You know what? Here's the thing. Like, it wasn't even. It
When are they
didn't
gonna
feel
learn?
like a video game movie. It felt like a movie based on a video game. So they did that right.
So they wiped their ass with what? Tomb Raider now, Resident Evil. What else did
Don't
they?
you talk about Tomb Raider?
I'm just saying that
Angelina
Angelina Jolie
Jolie
did her best.
Yep,
She
listen.
did her best.
But I mean, like, if a game that can translate, that should be a game. It's essentially Indiana Jones movie,
Right.
But leaning more into the fact that they're kind of thieves and a heist.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, it should work.
Here's the thing. Here's
you do a good
the two
job.
things that took me out of the movie. The two things that took me out of the movie. Tom Holland, great actor, but every time he jumped, I'm like, Spider-Man. He slid Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know. And there was a lot of it's based off of a platforming style of a game,
Yes.
puzzle solving, things like that. So it felt like National Treasure meets Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he was bouncing around and doing some parkour shit.
Yeah.
But no matter how hard I tried, like just the way he talked, his mannerisms, I was like, man, that's Spider-Man. Come on. And then Mark Wahlberg was the comedic relief
Yeah.
in the movie.
Never a good sign.
You know, and
Never a good sign.
they didn't do a bad job acting. Even the script wasn't bad, but there was just something overall about the movie that I was just like, eh.
The other guys wasn't bad though. That's the only time Mark Wahlberg like made me laugh.
That was a great movie.
The
I
other
love
guys
the other
was-
guys. Yeah.
But he was playing the serious dick in that movie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he
so it
wasn't the-
helps.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he was playing like, I'm funny, I'm the thief you can't trust kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give any spoilers. It isn't a terrible movie. It isn't a great movie. If you got some time to kill, I would go and see it, or just wait for it to come home.
I was a little suspicious about it because
Pirated.
when they first started working on the movie, Mark Wahlberg was playing the younger guy. He was supposed to be Drake. And it took so long to get through production and this and that eventually he played Sully, the old guy, who he's not quite old enough to actually play. Sully's like an old guy, full gray hair, should be retired. He is kind of a little bit of the comic relief, but it's like when shit goes wrong, he's on the other side of the door like, I just got to walk up there. You need to fucking climb and find your way around. Like, he's never the one that's stuck on the bad side of the door.
So they stuck true to that format and that formula for Mark Wahlberg, and that's what gave him the comedic relief, you know? But it just felt like something was missing, and maybe I'm just inundated with fantastic Star Wars and Marvel movies
that's
that are super over the top
to put against.
And I've seen like 1,000 movies just like this. So like I said, it wasn't bad acting or a bad script. It was just like, been there, done that.
And that's one of the games that I actually that when I get a PlayStation, that's one of the franchises I would always play. That's one of the ones that would make me get a PlayStation for that generation was the Drake games. They were excellent games.
Sure.
And Tomb Raider kind of disappeared for the most part.
Yeah.
So that kind of heisty treasure hunt kind of game, Drake's was pretty much the only thing that was left.
Uncharted was like the spiritual successor to the Tomb Raider.
Yes.
franchise. When they had done everything they could with Tomb Raider, and this series kind of got stale. It's like, all right, we can't really do anything more with this character. Nathan Drake picked up the mantle and ran with it. It's like Lara Croft just handed him the baton.
Yeah, and she's like,
Nathan
I'm
ran with it.
retiring.
And it was good. It was solid stuff. I mean, there was really good games.
Yeah.
So,
What about you, Ian?
what's
the
new
next
for
show?
me is, without a doubt, 100% Netflix, Vikings Valhalla. If you have not seen it, please go see it. Believe the reviews. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Absolutely love it. I'm enjoying it more than the actual original series. There's historical characters in there like Leif Erikson.
That's a lot to say.
Guy's got his fucking guy's got his statue in Minneapolis in the center. You know, fuck Christopher Columbus. So Leif Erikson, the guy that discovered North America, he's there. You got Harold Sigurdsson, who is a absolute monster in the show. You got King Canute, who's historically considered the greatest of the last of the Viking kings. It's unbelievable. Action, sex, violence, history. They got these crazy ass like Christian Vikings riding around in all black and hoods that are hunting pagans. Like, scary as hell. Like, dudes got tattoos all over their face and they wear nothing but black hoods. And they're all big dudes. They just show up and murder people.
Now, did they release the whole series?
The whole series is out. I believe it's 8 episodes. I don't know. I'm like 5 or 6 in. I got a little bit left to go. I crushed it in the first 2 days. I crushed it.
I love the new format of like, instead of trying to tell 23 episodes in a story that's got 10, they just tell
Parts.
the 10.
Yeah.
They're not trying to overstuff and fluff and add additional shit that doesn't need to be there.
This show has no fluff. It is literally like, what the hell? Like, they just hit you with realness. Like, you get to see like a lot of the English development and like what they were doing to the Viking people that were living in England. Some messed up shit.
Yeah.
You get to see the Battle of London Bridge. There's some shit that goes down in this show. You're like on the edge of your seat. I'm enjoying it. I mean, when I first went into it, I was like, oh, they're never going to replace Ragnar, you know? They're never going to get it. They've done it. They've done.
Who's the replacement? Who's
Leif
your favorite
Erikson.
character? Yeah.
Leif Erikson, but I would say my favorite is, I don't know the actor's name, but the guy that plays Harold Sigurdsson is a literal psychopath. Like, I love
It's always
the
good
shit.
when they cast the right
Oh my-
person for the role.
This dude looks like he never skipped a fucking day in the gym. This dude is jacked. This dude is jacked on jacked, like Henry Cavill shit.
Yeah.
And he comes out just wearing wolf fur. Like dual wielding, just slaughtering Saxons. I mean, just ripping them. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on? What is happening? Like, who is this dude? I thought he was civilized.
Nice.
He's supposed to be a Christian Viking. Dude comes out soaked in blood and wolf fur. I'm like, whoa, wait, what chapter of the Bible is that from? Because you're scaring the hell out of me right now.
The first chapter.
The first chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder
The Book of Ragnarok.
Yes.
There's been a definitive uptick in Viking stuff. It always was there, but it was always kind of like background, not kind of showed or told properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know when this last Assassin's Creed came out,
Valhalla.
yeah, heavy into the Viking lore and all of that, and those people are actually in it as well, and they go into all the backstory with the English and everything like that. It's an interesting thing to see, like, that kind of hit just as the wave of Viking stuff started really coming in hard.
Last Kingdom is coming out next month too. So we're gonna find out if Uhtred will ever fucking make it to Bedivere. I doubt it.
I'm banking on no. I don't even know historically if he does.
I don't know either.
Because it's loosely based off of
It's a book series.
historical facts. Or is it a book series?
It's a book series. I'm trying to think of the guy that wrote it, but Sierra was telling me. Right?
Yeah, I just hope he never gets it. That would be
Yes.
fantastic. You know, like he opens the
or the
door
show-
like, it's my kingdom. Arrow through the head.
Boom,
Gotcha, bitch.
right off in the sunset. Right off in the sunset. Roll credits. Uhtred, you never made it.
That's right. You
bitch,
just
you never
stabbed
made
in
it.
the back. Yeah. Another thing that I saw when I went to the movies, there were a few coming attractions, but the one that continues to stand out to me, and I'm actually very excited for, is The Batman.
Yeah.
Every new trailer that comes out, every
It's better
little
and better.
Yep.
piece, a little morsel that they fucking throw in there, I'm like, fuck.
I'm fully
it
invested.
Looks good.
I'm fully invested. I'm gonna see it opening day because I don't want to eat my words. I ate my words with Heath Ledger.
Yes.
I ate my words. When I saw he was playing Joker, my initial thing was like, what, the guy from the Knight's Tale?
Right, yeah.
How in the hell?
Which was a good movie.
It was a good movie. A man can change his stars. Right? No, it is a great movie.
Yeah.
The story of what was.
But I see what you're saying. You can't see him being such a contrasting role.
What the hell was his name in that movie? It's like oh my god. He's from a fictitious land.
Oh, I can't remember.
Ulfric, no, oh god, it's something like that. It's like
Well, Wash from Firefly is the guy that's announcing him, I believe.
Yeah, the guy they find naked.
William Thatcher.
William Thatcher's his real name.
Heath
But
Ledger.
he plays Ulfric he plays
He changes to play somebody else in another.
yeah, his real name's William Thatcher.
Right. But he plays somebody else.
But the guy that he gives him a fake ass name
Yeah.
from
yeah,
oh my god.
Fuck, I forgot it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since I bothered
Yeah,
watching
It's such
it.
a good movie, though. But I ate my words with that. When I
Yeah.
saw it, I was like, how the hell can Heath Ledger, that good-looking dude, blonde hair, like, how the hell is he going to be the Joker?
Yeah.
But he reinvented the role, and I ate my fucking words.
And this
I was
is
like,
what
that was
I'm seeing with this version of Batman.
Yes.
He may not be like the brooding, meatier version of Batman, but he's definitely got some brooding.
Yep.
He's definitely playing it from a different perspective, which I like. And they're doing it like the new dynamic duo isn't Batman and Robin, it's Batman and Catwoman. Like, they're going to play that Bat and the Cat hardcore in this movie, I think.
From what I've seen with a little bit of talk from the pre-showing and all that kind of stuff, it's been getting really good audience scores and reviews, especially the way he's portraying Batman.
Yes.
The one thing I saw from the trailer is where he's just eating machine gun fire. Like, at one point, like, in the trailer, a dude is literally emptying a clip in the
Heavy
darkness,
Kevlar.
and there's just sparks. I'm like, what the like, has he got the Superman Buster suit on? What the hell's going on? Like you're supposed to have movement, like
Yes,
move,
yes,
like,
yeah,
jump. Like, you know,
Nah,
that man's agile. He doesn't eat. He's not Superman. He doesn't tank bullets.
Nah, he's slow walking it.
Oh
He's,
my God.
He's wearing that Brinks truck armor on his chest. But not only
Ulrich von Liechtenstein
Yes.
is his name. Ulrich von Liechtenstein. Yes.
Yeah,
God,
it.
I used to love that name. I was like, what the hell?
no, and another thing is the Riddler looks like a real legitimate sociopath.
Psychopath. They're going
Yes.
really dark. Like, I
Yeah.
thought the guy that's playing Penguin, Cobblepot or whatever.
Colin Farrell.
Dude, yeah, but the thing is, I know. I didn't recognize it was Colin Farrell.
Yes.
Two, I thought that was Falcone. He's like a scarred up mob looking dude. Dude, they're going so dark
Yes.
with this version of the
Yes.
Batman.
I like it. I like it.
If it works, I can see them taking it, especially since they're going like more psychological, more detective. Bring it into like the Quarter Owls.
And bring what's his name in? Bring Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in. If you're gonna go full dark, go full dark.
Yeah.
Let's go dark.
That would
then.
be sick, but they do have
Don't
they
bring
have
Jared Leto.
talked about a Joker.
Don't bring Jared Leto in.
And
Don't do it.
it isn't Jared Leto. He's Morbius.
Okay,
now.
so
he's
we're-
moved on. He's Morbius.
Okay, so we're going super young with Batman. We're going
Correct.
what's his name? Cedric Diggory,
Twinkles.
Harry Potter. Yeah, Twilight. Why can't they? Robert Pattinson. Okay, so we're going super young with Batman. Let's go super old with the Joker. Let's go William Dafoe. He just killed it in the Spider-Man movie.
But I say go super dark.
William Dafoe would scare the hell out of me.
William Dafoe could do it.
He could do it.
But I want to
In a dark room? No.
Psychopath, murderous Joker. I don't want the no. I want that.
No Mark Hamill. No Mark Hamill.
Yeah. And we love Mark Hamill.
We do love Mark Hamill.
But we want to see the crazy psychopath that the Joker can really be.
And I think Peacemaker kind of pointed that out. I love in the Peacemaker where he says, like, Batman's a fucking pussy. He's like, how many people has Batman unintentionally killed by just arresting the Joker and letting him get out and continue to murder people? He's like, how much blood is on Batman's hands?
There's another series of Batman comics. I don't remember the name of it, but I was reading this article where after the Batman stops the Joker, he goes into like a kind of a depression. So Alfred
becomes the Joker. Because he loves Batman and wants to give him purpose.
Now I'm like, yo, I'm interested.
My favorite
you
version.
got me in that. I want to see that.
My favorite version of the Joker was the dark, twisted shit that happened in the Flashpoint paradox.
Yes.
Where instead of Bruce Wayne's parents dying, Bruce Wayne got shot in the alley. Thomas Wayne became Batman.
Yeah.
His wife became the Joker. His wife became the Joker.
Yes.
Martha Wayne. Oh my God, like that's dark. That's so dark.
If they do Flashpoint, they have
Don't
to.
say that name.
They have to.
Don't say that name.
She does.
Martha, don't say that name.
She literally does the like with Bruce's blood, with her son's blood. She does the smile on her face. Loses it in the alley. You're like, oh my God, no.
Yeah,
the guy that's
wild.
supposed to be actually, because they've talked about it before, and the guy that wanted to play,
Old Batman.
yeah, his father, Thomas Wayne. Jesus, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. He's from Walking Dead, the dude with the baseball bat.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, Negan.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Negan.
I played Negan.
They wanted him to play Thomas Wayne.
Dude, I'd love
that.
that. I would love that because that version of the Batman murks people.
Yes.
Yeah.
He literally walks around Gotham with 2 handguns.
He goes
just
with
kills
guns.
people. Like,
Yes.
He's like, what? You did what? Pa! No, there ain't no Arkham. Arkham is empty in that guy's world. They're out of business. That dude just puts a cap in you. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
He's the Punisher of the DC world. He's just shooting people.
You know what? Did you guys see the Injustice cartoon?
No. I heard so many bad reviews that I
Okay.
just put it to the back burner.
I went in and I watched it. And it wasn't terrible, but the cartoon and the movie that plays in the actual video game is fantastic. The storyline in Injustice 1 and Injustice 2
So you're saying the cartoon based off the game is still shit?
Yes. yes. And
Weird.
And for reasons
amazing how that happens every
unbelievable.
time.
Wow, that's nuts.
even when the Joker, spoiler alert, murders he murders all of Metropolis with the
joke
kills people?
with a nuclear bomb, right?
If
Right?
only there was a hero dedicated to fighting him that would take him the fuck out the first time he beat him.
So Superman kills him. Okay?
Thank you.
Right? And
Another
the
reason why Superman is better than fucking Batman.
And Batman is still opposed to, you should have locked him up. That's not justice. I'm like, bitch, he murdered
nuked people.
so many fucking people, including Superman's wife and his born baby. You know what I mean? Like, I would kill the fucking Joker.
Here's a question. Wait, Superman had a kid?
So Superman got Lois Lane pregnant, and then the Joker kills.
How was that fetus able to be nuked? Lois Lane's body should disintegrate, and there should be a perfect fetus just sitting in the ashes glowing.
That is a good point, but maybe
I'm
it's
sorry.
because
His sperm would be indestructible. The man has to cut his own hair with his own eye lasers. You can't even cut his hair. There's nothing on Earth that can cut Superman's hair.
he's half human.
So he should have literally
Half of him alive.
only a mild first degree burn then after the nuke. Direct hit from a nuke, that fetus is still fine. Give it some vitamin E, the fetus will be fine.
It
Put it
could
in the
theoretically have survived, but maybe because it was in the embryonic
I'm confident that a
stages.
1-month-old child spawning Superman would beat the living shit out of me. I wouldn't have a chance. There's no way.
If there's ever a time for Flash to kind of break the rule of traveling in time, it's like, a nuke, man.
Yeah.
Fucking go run. Let's
where
go.
are
Fix
you?
this.
No, he'd rather just go back and save his mom and ruin the whole universe. Ruin it all.
It's just, to me, the story isn't believable at that point, where it's like, now you have to form a team of good and bad guys to fight off Superman because he wants to bring world order, even if it means he has to put his foot down on a couple of people.
He could.
To do
He
it.
fucking could. I mean, Superman, we could use him.
So it's like, I mean, come on. Look, Joker deserves to die. Like,
He does. He does. He does. A lot of them. A lot of
guys-
Batman's villains deserve to die.
Oh, yeah.
Penguin deserves to die. Fucking Bane deserves to die. Like,
Two-Face.
stop locking them up.
Yeah.
Kill them. Kill them. Like,
Or at least find another place. This one clearly cannot contain them.
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons the Punisher is so successful. People can relate to that. Like, stop letting people go. He did that. Murder him. Murder him.
Now,
Re-murder him.
Disney Plus, they're supposedly taking the Netflix catalog
Yes.
and bringing it over to Disney Plus.
And they should,
Yes.
as they should. I want to see.
Are they bringing it intact, though? Because there was some pretty adult content
I don't
in The
know.
Punisher.
How are they gonna bring over Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones.
She's getting
Sex scenes.
that fucking
If-
what's his name?
If they do, then
Luke Cage.
that's
She's getting Luke Cage,
Yeah,
man.
she's getting Luke Cage all over the place.
Caged all over
Yeah.
the place.
that's the first
Hot
chunk of
interracial love.
really adult content if they put it up there.
You know what? I'm happy if they do keep it intact because then it could be a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
Right? Because look, Disney, we get it. You can have a subsection in the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Disney plus adult shit.
X.
I mean, you have
because-
the ability to make children's
Yes.
profiles. So
Frozen the porno.
No.
let it go. Rule
sorry.
34.
I'm sorry.
yeah, God damn it, man.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Disney's new movie Encanto, it's actually pretty good.
Encanto.
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 Doesn't mean Encanto. Encanto.
Yeah.
It means enchanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes place in Colombia. It's actually a good movie. I enjoyed it more than Frozen.
Yeah.
Not as good as Moana. Still a very good film.
Right,
If you have not seen it,
I'm gonna have to
listen
check
to
it out. I haven't seen
Damn
it.
it. Ava loves it. She
Yeah?
she
Is she-
watched
is she walking around singing-
she's watched it in oh Jesus,
Walking
the
around
Bruno
singing,
song.
we don't talk about Bruno. Oh my
God.
I've heard that song and I had no idea where it was from. And then someone in my house was like, "Hey, you want to watch Encanto?" I was like, "What the fuck is Encanto?" Because I don't keep up. You know,
Right,
They're like
right.
it's the new Disney film. It takes place in Colombia. Blah, blah. I was like, "I'll watch it."
Yeah.
And then I loved it. I
Yeah.
fucking loved it. I was like, "Oh my god!" The big chick, Luisa.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was like, her song was amazing when she started rapping freestyle. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Yep.
All right,
is
now
good.
I gotta watch it. Now I
This
gotta
is
watch
good.
Well, they had Lin-Manuel as one of the people there, so I'm sure he helped with some of the writing here and there. You know.
And that's what's been missing in some of the later iterations of Disney movies. Like back in the day, the music
Beauty and the Beast.
would
Tarzan.
suck
yes.
you in.
Yeah.
The Lion King.
Yes. The actual animated one, not the one that was promoting Beyonce's album. Not that one.
Jungle Book.
you mean Kimba?
Yes.
Necessities.
Kimba the White Lion. Yeah.
Kimba the White Lion.
But I've
Fucking
said it
Disney.
before. Disney's animated has always been classics. They've always been excellent. It's the live actions that have just been shitty.
Absolute shit. So why can't you keep putting out good stuff like Moana and Encanto? Don't make Frozen 3. Just keep making original stories.
There's
You
certain
guys can
certain
do it.
things that just don't translate into live action,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
where the animated word really shines.
Yeah.
And The Lion King was literally like a bunch of Nat Geo footage. It's like, what are you guys doing? Stop. Stop. Like, come on. What the fuck are we doing here?
I enjoyed it.
They took out the Nazi song. They took out the Scar song with the marching hyenas. They were like, oh, it's too fascist. So they had this guy talk. I was like, what is
Yeah.
this scene? And they took graffiti
Yeah,
out.
That's
'cause-
one of the best songs, though.
Because fascism has clearly been
Yes.
removed from the face of the earth.
No.
Yeah, 'cause you know,
Scar
'cause,
was a
hey,
G.
if there's one thing that's always gone hand in hand with Disney, it's fascism. Yeah, they love that shit. We know you wanted him to win the war, Walt. We know.
Speaking of fascism. No,
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. We'll touch on that.
Not yet.
We're not
Later,
there
later,
yet.
later.
But what else is new? What were we going to talk about? I think
Elden Ring?
Ring.
A game that sparked you to actually decide.
I might jump into the new consoles. If I'm gonna get Elden Ring, I'm gonna get a PS5.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah,
get.
Xbox.
I'm even get no PS5, and I'm gonna get. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We're gonna settle this.
Xbox.
No.
Yeah, the great debate begins next week.
Make
with
sure you guys
Shay.
tune in.
The Elden Ring has been across the board getting amazing reviews.
A 10
and,
on IGN.
And the 10 is important because IGN is one of, I think, only two that I know of that actually completed the game by the time the review was released. Because they got the game.
87 hours the guy put into it.
Yeah, they got the
87 hours.
game.
That's a beast.
Yeah.
They got the game and they had less than a week to complete it before the game launched.
Dude put 87 hours in.
So
in
a
like
lot of
5 days.
people were debating
That's dedication.
how accurate are these scores that are it's 95 and up across the board. But they're like, how accurate are these scores when you're calling it a review and you haven't completed the game? Like, if you watch half a movie and you put out a review, that's not a movie review. So why are we accepting that for the game journalism that they did 20 hours of an 80-hour game and they're putting out? It should be a review in progress.
To be fair, I could have seen half of Uncharted and given you a decent review about
Right now it's
movie.
tied. Right now, Elden Ring is tied as of right now in its release with it's like tied for first with the highest rated game of all time,
which is
as of release. I'm not sure which the other one is, but it's a perfect 10. If you add up all the reviews, it's on par to be the highest reviewed game.
I gotta find out what
the other game
Skyrim was rated.
It's
at.
probably something like that. It's probably Skyrim or Last of Us. It's probably something that's like unanimously reviewed.
It's up there because it's getting amazing reviews. And if it wasn't for the handful,
open world Dark Souls,
if it wasn't for the handful of people that actually completed it, then I'm saying okay, at least there's a few people. But it does get a little wonky when you're like, they're not giving the game with enough time for people to actually play it.
Okay, so
to review it in time.
The highest scores for games: number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. Portal 2. Interestingly enough, then Elder Scrolls, and then a game by the name of Half-Life.
Yes, Half-Life.
And this is before.
Half-Life was classic back in the day.
This is all before
That's a
this
PC
new
legend,
game, Elden Scrolls?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring,
yeah.
came out. So
This is the game that the creator of Game of Thrones. This is what George R. R. Martin's been working on the last 4 years.
Yeah,
This
he
is what
wrote
he's
the
been doing.
lore and the backstory and that kind of nonsense. So
Yeah, it's just crazy to because Dark Souls games are notoriously hard. Hard. From Software games, it's like Sekiro. You make a mistake, you die.
Right.
Like Dark Souls 1, you make a mistake, you die. Like
Yeah.
it was just so Demon Souls, even more punishing. Like just they frustrate you because of how difficult they are. Now they've made it like open world. And the thing that scares me, and this is what scared me, is at any time if you're online, you can get invaded by another player.
no,
really,
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Can they take
All
a
these
shit?
guys that have been playing Dark Souls for all these years and training, they're just waiting for this new crop of kids that want to play Elden
new
Ring,
crop of suckers,
and they're going to get murdered. Like some guy's just going to come into your world glowing red and going to be like, like, what are you going to do? Get on your mount and run
got
from him?
that
Like,
glow.
dude, exactly. You're fucked. You're fucked. Someone that's been playing Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro,
Beware
they
of Bruce
platinumed
Leroy.
all of them.
Yeah, they're gonna walk in like kiss my Converse.
Yeah, if this guy invades your game, look at his trophy list. If you see all the Dark Souls games, you run from him. Don't play him. Run from him. Do not know. And they said like it's gonna be so crazy because like when you make it an open world, they said you can stay in one area and search all the dungeons in that area, do all the clues and things in that area, and level your guy up before you progress. Or if you're that skilled of a character,
keep going forward.
You can skip a huge part of the beginning of the game. Just jump into the hard shit and start countering and killing everything if your timing's that good.
Okay.
The one guy I followed, MF Pallytime, he played all the Dark Souls games. They're some of his favorite games. So he's good. His timing and shit is down.
Yeah, because there are people that like I had seen someone they did it was a speed run on Hades.
Yeah.
In particular, first load of game. Thus, he has nothing open from any of the gods, nothing open on any of his weapons. And apparently they weren't going to, but they figured they might as well. They put a special dialogue if you make it through on your first run, just for those bastards that are like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna fresh game launch.
How do you beat
nothing
Hades?
open Hades first run? So there are people that play and have the timing of games down that
So good.
that tight, where it's like, yeah, they could probably get through that game a little faster than I could.
But you know what? I wonder how if it's just the way people's brains work. Because I've sat in a room like I don't think I'm a terrible first person or third person shooter. I'm actually quite skilled in these games.
Yep.
But then I sat down on a couch with one of my daughter's friends who was like, he's like,
Good.
oh, I'm really good at Call of Duty. I'm like, yeah, everybody says that. And I watched this motherfucker like no scoping people while like talking and eating a sandwich. He's like, bing, 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 headshot. I'm like, I didn't even see the guy you shot.
No.
He's like, yeah, he was right there in the window. I'm like, what?
I always love watching EVO, like the big fighting tournament that happens
Yeah.
every year. Everybody from all over the world gathers with the
Yeah.
best fighting game players, and sometimes they zoom in on their hands. And this is like you're watching a guy play the game, and we know how we play the game. You're playing a fighting
Yeah.
game, you're putting your combinations in to watch, and they got a joystick.
Yeah.
They have an arcade controller, and to watch these guys, I mean, you can't even follow their hands.
Yeah.
You cannot even follow their hands. Like you're like, how in the hell do you play a guy like this?
There's a
You can't
level.
play
That's
him.
next level hand-eye
Yeah.
coordination.
There's a level of compulsion with certain games for some people where you have to realize that is the only game that they play. Some of the if you're at a fighting game championship, you play that game every day. Maybe you play
someone like Sonic
but
Fox,
that is the game you are mostly playing. And it's the same thing with like Call of Duty's been going on year after year after year, and they don't change too much.
Right.
And most shooting games, they've really fallen into a default format for even the way the guns work, where the aim is, where the shoot is, where the grenades are. There's a layout that just inherently works.
Right.
So, and there's people that's all they do is Call of Duty. Next one comes out, next Call of Duty. Next one, next Call of Duty, and that's it.
When Street Fighter 4 came out, I was playing a lot of it. Like a lot of it. It's the only game I was playing. And I got my skills back up from when I used to play Super Street Fighter 2. And I felt good about myself, so I was playing online. I was doing very good.
Yeah.
I made it pretty high in the rankings online internationally with Sagat. Then I banged into a guy who his name is PR Balrog, and he is actually a high level player. I've watched.
He's got a Street Fighter character name for his name.
Yes. He's from Puerto Rico.
That's the problem.
He's from Puerto Rico, and he plays Balrog.
Yeah. Obviously.
There you go, PR Balrog. Yeah. And I've actually watched him play in Evo since, but I didn't know who the hell he was.
Right,
He was a guy.
right.
I thought I was good at Street Fighter, and then I played PR Balrog, and that was literally the turning point in my online play.
You're like,
He juggled.
what
me.
can I do?
He juggled me when I said that. Like I was beating kids, I was like fighting kids from Korea, Japan, and I was beating them with Sagat. I fought PR Balrog, and I couldn't land a hit on him. I couldn't hit him. He knew what I was going to do before I did it. He blocked and parried everything I threw with ease. And once he got in, I couldn't get him out, and he would juggle me. He would hit me in the air. My feet would never touch the ground again. He knew what I was going to do as I was doing it before I did it. And
Which is why, like, in later iterations of
he'd
games,
hit me up in the air, and I'd sit the controller down. I was like, oh, fuck.
they started
There's
adding
that.
those combo breakers.
Yeah.
Like, I know notoriously in Mortal Kombat, because even though I love Street Fighter, which is why I think I gravitated towards Injustice style play later on, is because I always gravitated towards Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Loved Mortal Kombat, loved the styles of play, played all of them. And so Injustice was just basically a superhero version of that stylistically.
Right.
And so I know exactly what you're saying. I would have days where I'm sitting on that couch and I'm streaking, running through motherfuckers. Bang, 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 bang. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
And then one motherfucker would come in the room and I'm like, holy shit. And then you have the chance to, like, in Injustice, play that person again. So you're playing, and you could play them 10 times if you wanted. And most people, I would go into like a best out of 3. Played this guy once. I was like, nah, fuck this dude. Shut off my console. I'm gonna watch some TV.
Yeah, no, you can't do anything against him. Like
Yeah, it's wild.
I literally felt the difference. I was like, this is something else.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole other thing I'm dealing with here. Like I'll never beat him.
Yeah.
We could play 100 matches.
Yeah.
He'd beat me 100 times.
Yeah.
He'd find a way to beat me 101 times. I don't know how, but I knew by the way he was doing things. I was like, this guy has played so much Balrog
Yep.
that I literally, he's seeing the game completely different than I am,
Yeah.
and I can't do anything.
But you know what? You know what it makes you realize is, like, sometimes when you're playing in large rooms with people and everybody's like, oh, he's using an aimbot, or this guy's a cheater, this guy's glitching.
Yeah.
When I sat next to that one kid playing Call of Duty, watching him murder people in real time, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's some next level shit that, like, I'm watching him do it, and I'm like, how are you shooting these people the way that you are?
Yeah.
When I have to, like, I got to pull up the scope just
Right.
for air.
Yeah.
You know, check.
See which direction the wind's going. All right, the Earth is curving.
Yeah,
this
like
way.
if I get a no scope during the day, I'm like, oh shit! I drop my controller, I pick it up, I got a no scope. You know what I mean?
It's like back in the Halo days when guys would never use the scope on the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
They would
Yes.
just shoot you from far away with like
Oh
they'd holster the sniper rifle and just boom.
Yeah.
You're like, what the shit? Like, because then you'd watch the replay and you'd be like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Like, you know, this is,
bastards.
that's back when I owned an Xbox.
No, I love the sticky grenades.
Yep.
And then
are
they
my
changed the
favorite.
game when they brought the sword in.
Yeah.
They brought the sword in because that was.
You ever
that
play
was
that
it.
zombie mode? Everybody with the swords.
Yes. Yeah. And then you were infected.
Yeah, infected. That's
Uh-huh.
it. Infected.
No.
Yeah.
The low gravity and
The hammer.
and
Gravity hammer.
rockets. It's just rockets and low gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, people did get very creative with that game when they decided to give them the ability to make levels in different game modes and adjustings.
The gravity hammer was my favorite. I would just run around trying to smack people with a big hammer. I enjoyed it.
That's how I spent my day. Oh, wink, wink.
Damn it.
So I mean, outside of the Batman, the other trailer that I saw, and it was more like just a DC Universe trailer. Some cool things that I really liked was I really liked the appearance of Hawkman,
Yes.
and
Dr.
they're bringing Dr. Fate into
Yeah.
the fold.
Pierce
I thought
Brosnan.
that looks pretty dope.
Very underrated James Bond.
Yeah, they're
And
bringing
I'm
in a
curious
lot
to
of
see
characters.
what they do with it. I'm thinking that this could be the year where DC finally gets their shit together.
They
Yeah.
could.
Because they've slowly been progressing in the right direction.
They might get up on their feet.
But they just
They
need to
may
pick
get
a
on their
Batman and they need to pick a Superman. Bring back Henry Cavill. He wants to do it. Let the man do what he wants. He did that with Witcher. He clearly understands the fan base.
Yes.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. People want to see him play
you
the
literally
role.
couldn't have The Witcher without Henry Cavill.
No.
Right now. You couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, and they have the ability to fix everything. Flash.
Yeah.
A Flashpoint movie can fucking reset everything.
Yes.
They can literally do a Flash and have the movie end where when he finishes, he's running and it's like the Justice League.
Yes.
Like at the end of the Snyder cut. But then if it's a different Batman, it's a different Batman. If it's a different Superman, it's a different Superman. But it's literally like, bam, Snyder cut is now canon.
Fresh start.
And here are your players
Yep.
that you have now.
And bring Jared Leto back. But now, here's the thing: the new Batman, Twinkles, he doesn't want to be in any Justice League movies. I think he's been known for saying that around the old water cooler there.
Great.
Who would you then bring in?
Yeah, I think he doesn't want
to
to get.
reprise the role.
I think he doesn't want to get stuck in a big franchise of
Christian
movies.
Bale.
That's what I'm saying. Bring back Christian Bale.
He's gonna be playing a Marvel villain next.
Yes.
He's Gore the God Killer.
Yeah, yo, that looks
Thor-
so good.
And Gore the God Butcher he's a motherfucker. Man. I mean, he's using that sword, that Null, the Shadow Blade or whatever. He's using the dark. It's like
I mean, they got to bring somebody big enough to go against Thor. You know, so it can't be anybody lightweight. Anyone that's going against Thor has got to be a worthy adversary.
yeah. There's the first comic book that Gore was in. I think he fought Thor back in the day. Like he started killing gods back in the old Norse times, and then he fought like Thor when he was young. He fought him in the present, and then he fights Thor in the future when Thor is like an old god that has like a legendary sword and the hammer.
When he has the Thor Force.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
beats him there. Like he fights, and then you find out that like for somehow like Gore can move through time, and he uses Thor as an old man as a training thing for the warriors on his planet.
Oh.
So Gore the God Butcher he's a motherfucker. Man. He's gonna be a hell of a villain to
They
deal
can
with.
bring in Beta Ray Bill, which I'd like to see,
Yeah.
and I think
They
you
hinted
can-
at him before.
You can bring
Gatorade Bill?
Beta Ray
Beta
Bill.
Ray Bill.
He kind of looks like a horse, like
Old-
a really
old horse
ugly
face.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can use like I don't know Jerry Seinfeld with no prosthetics.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
There you go.
It'd be like Sex in the City, Beta Ray Bill style. Yeah.
Transvestite donkey witch.
Oh man, it would be so bad. Oh yeah, but like they're opening the door. Marvel, they are a little worried that too much multiversing around might fuck up the
It
franchise.
might confuse the dum-dums.
Bit too late now.
Yes, but I think they're going full steam into it. But another theory for the multiverse of madness, because they have showed Professor Xavier, right?
Yes.
Yep.
The back
Is-
of his bald head.
Is that they do a Doctor Strange and his team, I forget the Illuminati,
Yes.
versus Scarlet Witch and the X-Men. So there is a version of Scarlet Witch with the Dark X-Men
Yes.
that fights the Illuminati in the comic books. So they've already said who is not going to be the main villain. That evil Doctor Strange is not the main villain in the movie.
Yeah.
They have said this. So now I'm curious because they showed a little bit of Professor Xavier in there. Are they going to go first time ever X-Men versus kind of like Avengers style in a movie? So that could be a cool little plot
No,
twist.
I think Evil Strange will just be a nice little cameo nod
Mm-hmm.
to make the things that happen with the cartoon canon.
Right.
Like, this is a plausibility. Like, just to tie the what if into everything else that's going on. They may have him as just like, he gives them a warning of like, listen, you're going down the wrong path. Look what happened to me, kind of a deal. Or even one is going down the wrong path. I know you need to help her. Like, they could easily just have him as that. And it's just a nice little tie-in nod to the what if.
Sure. Just don't bring Captain Britain or whatever her name is.
They suspect that she might be...
She's coming back.
Peggy as Captain America or whatever,
Yeah.
Captain UK, whatever.
But the Illuminati is one that that it seems like a pretty good, especially if you want to try to bring in the Fantastic Four, where it's a good direction to go into.
I haven't seen the trailer, but supposedly they put out a trailer with the cast for the Fantastic Four already.
Oh man,
That's news to me. I
and
haven't
they got
seen
the kid
anything.
from The Office.
I really
playing
don't.
Mr. Fantastic.
I've lost kind of faith in that. I know they're trying to breathe life into
know.
it, but
Look, if they could do it right, if
how many attempts have we had now?
if I think if they go against either a legit Doctor Doom, not these piece of shit versions of Doctor Doom.
I don't think you can even do Doctor Doom now. I think you gotta wait now. I think they've tried it.
Yeah, everyone that touches the Tesseract fucking disappears. You know.
All right, so then if you don't go Doctor Doom, you've already
Which
introduced.
sucks because he's such a good villain.
You've already-
He's a great villain, but
They
I
shit
think
the bed so many times.
I think you got to build up to Doctor Doom.
Okay, so then you've already introduced the Skrulls. Go Super Skrull.
Super Skrull.
They
Super
they
Skrull.
already mentioned the Secret Invasion.
Right.
That's a good
Go
way
Super Skrull.
to lead into a Fantastic Four movie as well.
I think that would be pretty sick. You know?
But the way they're doing the Skrulls is completely different than the comics. The Skrulls are always villains. And the way they're doing it on the
I know.
in Marvel right now, some are villains, some it adds a nice variety to what they were, but the Skrulls were always very black and white.
Right,
they
were
were
an invasion
always bad
force.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Secret
Unless they're
Wars.
gonna flip everything that's been happening with the Skrulls thus far, like, oh, they've been playing the good guys as
But
part
they-
of the preemptive of the invasion beforehand. I mean, that's
Could be very well be.
there's not too many ways to go with
spin
it.
that, yeah.
They've already kind of put themselves into a corner.
Yeah, I just hope when they bring the flipping back to the X-Men, when they bring the X-Men back, that they don't fuck up the key characters again. Rogue needs to be a beast.
Yep.
Rogue needs to fly.
We can
fuck
kill
shit up.
Captain Marvel
Yes.
and bring in Rogue.
Yes.
I kind of like the chubby lesbian gap tooth Rogue. You know, she was
She was the worst version of Rogue ever.
with
Look,
you know,
no Gambit?
no
Yeah,
southern
Bring in
accent.
Gambit. Where's Gambit?
Could they nerf her any harder?
Oh, they
No.
fucked, they
They-
fucked her
no,
character.
I
up.
mean,
They could have put her in the wheelchair instead of Xavier. Man. Nerf her into the ground.
Even like Kitty Pyrite, like Kitty didn't really have her dragon.
no, but often she doesn't really get her powers until way later on. She usually just has her phasing until way later on, until she's like a really full on X-Men where like she's in charge.
I used to think, I always never knew that the Juggernaut wasn't really. He's a really big guy.
Yeah.
Like his power comes from him being possessed.
By a totem, yeah.
Yeah. His helmet has like an evil thing.
He's a
to it.
badass.
It's Charles's brother.
And he,
Yep.
yeah, and he was another one that like I was so excited to see the Juggernaut in the movies.
And then they made him a mutant so that they can easily knock him out for his powers.
Yeah, he was
But
black.
they did it kind of cool in the Deadpool movie. In
Yeah.
Deadpool 2, that was the
He was a
Juggernaut.
monster.
That
in
was the
Deadpool.
Juggernaut.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip you in half now. I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Fuck yeah. You
Yeah.
know, Gina Carano was in the first Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah,
She
she
played
was. She was fighting Colossus,
Yeah.
yes.
and her titty popped out, and he was like, "Oh, you'll." He was so polite. He was so polite. He's like, you couldn't even look at it.
Damn. Yeah.
Well, I
My
mean,
favorites were Juggernaut threatened to stick the cab driver up Deadpool's ass. I'm gonna put the cab driver up your ass. I was like, holy shit! Like this guy is great.
no, that was a great rendition.
no,
of
Deadpool's
Juggernaut,
doing
for
a
sure.
great little bit of the Marvel universe. So if they're going to pull in Marvel universe, that's kind of
They need to bring him.
They need to bring that
Yes.
into it.
I
that's-
still want a Deadpool Wolverine with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But this is where I'm thinking that if it's a successful transition with Disney Plus bringing over the Netflix and introducing a more mature side to themselves, right?
Yeah.
Then they can still fuck with Deadpool the way that he needs to be done. Like, because if you take away the jokes, the nudity, the rated R version of Deadpool and water it down, I don't know. People are going to be happy with that.
No, you can't.
Same thing with Wolverine. You can't go from
Logan.
fucking Logan. Hey,
Yeah, right behind you.
there we go. He
Yeah,
moved. He moved. You can't go from the fucking Logan movie back to like PG-13 Wolverine,
Right.
No.
and expect people to still enjoy the character.
No.
Yeah.
No. Deadpool kind of set the bar now. You can't have like a PG-13 clean.
Yep.
And he's proved that you can do rated R and people will show up.
I think they missed the ball there with the Venom movie.
Yes.
They made a PG-13 Carnage movie. You can't fucking do that.
Right.
His name's
Yep.
Carnage.
And especially because it was a standalone at first, right? They could have gone full
Yeah.
rated R, and it's been successful. The Watchmen has been successful. The Suicide Squad, when they went in, was successful. And later on, things like Peacemaker. Like, we love it. It's adult content, superhero shit for adults.
Yep.
It's got the R ratings. It's got the sex,
White
the
supremacist
fighting.
villain.
Yeah, I mean,
White
like,
supremacist Iron Man. White Dragon.
Yeah,
There's an audience.
he's got some absurd technology.
Oh my God.
He's got Doctor Who time space folding technology,
Yeah.
and he uses it to store his fucking armor.
that's
He
exactly
said
right.
some of the most hateful shit ever. I like that show was ridiculous.
So wrong. So wrong.
And
What's
it ended so perfectly. The little cameo at the end was fantastic. Apparently, there was additional characters in the cameo that they got cut out because I believe
The Green Arrow?
I don't think Green Arrow, but I believe
was.
actually Batman was fully cameoed in there as well.
The Green Arrow actually went onto Twitter and was saying that he felt snubbed for not being invited to play. And I'm talking about the WB Green Arrow.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed off that. Oh my God, the fucking guy, they call him Judo Master. He does no judo. I'm still on that. I fucking can't. And like my roommates, I watch it with my roommate Katie, and she's like, "You're the only one that would get mad about that." No, the fuck, I'm not. Anyone that knows
The last Karate Kid movie was all kung fu.
Yes, with Jackie Chan, you're correct. It was in China. You're absolutely correct.
It's not the first time this shit like that happens.
But what the
the
shit?
Kung Fu Kid?
What the shit? The guy's doing front flip spin kicks and stuff, and they're Judo Master. There's no fucking judo in this movie. No.
But
guys
the,
don't even have a gi
the
on.
butterfly aliens you're cool with.
And those things are fucking horrific.
That's some spooky shit.
Anything that'll dig a hole into your head while you're
yeah.
alive to control. No.
Yeah.
I'd have shot myself. If I was one of those cops, if I was one of those cops in that fucking thing and I saw them bugs coming there digging in people's head, I'd been like, fuck you.
Let me ask you something.
No, I ain't gonna be a meat puppet. I ain't a meat puppet.
I'm no superhero. But has anybody thought about just biting them in half when they're crawling into your mouth?
I imagine they're pretty strong.
They gotta be. Like, it would have made more sense to me, like, if they would have, like, flown by and sprayed some paralytic shit.
Yeah.
And then they burrowed into your head. But, like, they're just like, everybody that they hit, they were automatically just, like, flailing. I'm like,
Yeah.
grab
They probably
that
have
bitch.
Maybe they have some kind of venom.
Maybe
Maybe there's some kind of venom.
You'll have to
I
go
hope so.
go with that theory because they
Deep
didn't
in the
really give
lore.
a plausible explanation why everybody just stand there with their mouth open, didn't try to bite down on one of them fuckers.
That fucking guy, that creepy ass dude that was the cop that was like working, like trying to help out
Oh,
Peacemaker stuff.
yeah.
His whole mannerisms. And
He was
stuff
a straight
were great.
sociopath.
And then when he's like, when Peacemaker's yelling at, what the hell's his name? The guy that's actually a bug that's working with him. The guy that's
Yes,
butterflies
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, you sent Pennywise the fucking clown to help me out. He fucking shot a goddamn cop in cold blood.
Oh, but did you guys watch the...
And the way he just, I saw the
the
extra and everything.
cutscenes? Yeah.
Yes.
The way he described the situation to the police was the greatest thing ever. He said, no. He's like, he was wearing a striped shirt with a trench coat and a fedora. He's like, he ran off that way yelling, "Robble, robble." And then the cop is like, I think Captain was describing the fucking hamburger. He ran off that way saying, "Robble, robble."
He did it with such a straight face. It was fucking so good. But yeah, the cut scenes or the extra scenes made it a
fantastic.
little more creepier. Yeah, because he's like, is that a good laugh?
He's
Or
talking
like-
to the dead body. They're walking down the hall and everybody's smiling.
Yes.
Everybody's they're like, I was like, oh, dude, no, it was so fucking good. It was so good. And the fact that they got, spoiler alert now, turn your thing off there. Yeah. But the fact that they got the Justice League to show up at the end, and it was really great. Jason Momoa. It was like, it's like, way to go, dickheads, you fucking lay. He's like, why don't you go fuck some more fish? He's like, I really fucking hate that rumor. And then Barry, he's like, it's not a rumor. He's like, fuck you, Barry.
It was perfect.
Dude, they could really do something with this. They could save their franchise. And that showed me that I'm like, I love this. Yes. I can't wait for the second.
Just go into it. Leave it dark. Leave the humor like that, and just be something completely different from what Marvel's doing.
I want to see one standalone with the Weasel. I just want to see one like crazy like standalone where he's just running off doing Weasel shit.
Dude, Pete Davidson and the Weasel's interaction was legendary. He's like, werewolf, you strapped me in next to a fucking werewolf. He's like, he's harmless. Well, he's not harmless. He's killed like 17 children.
Yeah, he eats babies.
What?
Yeah, he's like sitting there going.
They dropped him in the water. Did no one see if he can swim?
The Weasel drowns the first scene. It's so great. That movie was great.
I must admit, I didn't expect that opening sequence to go that way. Where
as
like
good as it did.
Team One was just there to be a decoy for the real team.
Yes, yes.
It was
they
so
totally
good.
wasted Nathan Fillion's incredible superpower of being able to
detachable arm man. Yes.
Yeah.
And what's great is when they're like stabbing his arms, he can feel it. So he's laying on the beach going, ah! Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, but why would you detach your arms at that time to send them flying as bullets or just shooting in your direction?
And he's just slapping around, like, grab a gun, scoop a leg, ankle pick. What are you doing?
It just shows how ridiculous they really were.
James Gunn's a genius. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, no, he can single-handedly, but he was already saying he doesn't want to be like the Kevin Feige of DC.
DC needs to keep
his
minds like him and Snyder involved.
His
key.
Yeah.
What he does excellent is an ensemble movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He manages to tell 10 character stories, and you don't feel like you weren't introduced and understanding the character.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy. You felt like you knew each character.
Yep.
They did a great job.
And they were largely unknown, even to a lot of comic book
I didn't know who the fuck Rocket Raccoon was.
I didn't know.
I've been a Marvel fan my whole life.
I knew of Star-Lord.
I was like, what's a Groot?
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew of Star-Lord.
I took a Groot
but that was
once.
about it. I took a Groot earlier today.
Groot earlier today? Oh, shit.
No, I'm really happy with what they're doing with DC, and I like to see what they're going to do next. So I'm hoping they keep that ball rolling. I think that The Rock and the Black Adam is going to set the tone if it's done right.
He'll draw enough attention to the role.
Oh, yeah. He looks killer in the role. It looks like it's going to be a pretty serious movie. Like, it looks
They got to stay with the dark. They have to.
Yeah.
They fucking
Apparently,
have to.
they had to change his outfit. Because they had his outfit a little more like Zach Levi's outfit, where it kind of makes him look bigger.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, no, it doesn't fit him right because he is actually that big.
Yeah, he is a huge human being.
So they had to thin his suit out so that, like, no, just show him as he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, they're just like coat of primer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, skin tight. There you go. Wear some of your Under Armour gear. You'll be all right, man.
Give him the Mystique special, just a real thin layer of shit. And
oh, God bless Rebecca Romaine.
Another character that I could have done without. Yeah.
What?
The later iterations of Mystique.
Oh, yeah.
The first couple, they were done right. She's a spy.
The one with the big forehead? What was her name?
Damn it. She was married to the guy from Full House.
I don't know.
well, it's again...
No, Rebecca Romaine was good.
That's Rebecca. Yeah,
that was the original.
That's the original. That's the one that I liked.
Yeah.
He's talking about the one who played the young Mystique.
Yeah, the one with the
Young
5 head.
Mystique, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah,
It's trash. 5 head, get in.
It's just another like, why are they going that far from the source material when, like, the source material is what people want to see?
And you know what fucked me up too with the X-Men is the cartoon had the perfect layout for the first 3 movies. They could have,
Sentinels.
Sentinels.
Yeah.
Mutants versus robots.
What the hell was his name? Hold on. Master Mold.
Yes.
Gee, I remember that cartoon. I remember sitting there with my mom, my little brother, and we used to follow every Saturday leading up to the fight with Master Mold, where Magneto was there, just fucking crushing Sentinels. I was like, oh, this is.
Yeah, like I said, they easily could have taken, I don't know, the source material and just translate it.
That was the time to be a kid, man. The X-Men cartoon, the Amazing
coming back.
Spider-Man
They're
cartoon.
bringing it back.
They got to bring
That
it back.
and
X-Men
continue
97, they're
where it
calling
left
it.
off.
Yes.
Exactly.
Same music and
I'll be there
everything.
opening day.
Oh, hell
Opening day. Opening day. I'll
think
be
it's
there.
on
I'll
the
stream
Disney
that whole
Plus.
shit in a
I
weekend.
think so.
It's coming to Disney Plus.
Thank God.
Yeah, buddy.
God.
One more movie that still looking forward to seeing.
The Northman.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
I seen the commercial or the
And
trailer.
Din
again.
Djarin.
And Din Djarin.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope they do like a baby
Massive
Grogu,
talent. I forget the whole long title.
A baby
but
Grogu
yeah.
cameo somewhere. They
They
gotta
just have
pass
the-
by it in a store.
just have the
something.
doll in the
Yeah,
background.
The doll in the background. Yeah.
It's like the crushing weight of remarkable talent or something like that.
Yeah,
Something
it's
like that.
yeah.
Yes.
I hope it does well because I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Even though you made that jiu-jitsu movie.
Has anyone actually watched it? Because I haven't watched it.
I have
It's
not.
probably better than Steven Seagal's last
I saw it was a
fucking movie.
jujitsu movie, and he's running around with a sword, and I instantly just went, no.
No, we
Yeah.
don't use swords. It's not, no.
Yeah,
That's kung fu.
Yeah, whenever I see Nicolas Cage and the jujitsu film picture images online, I automatically think PlayStation. I just want nothing to do with it. Shay gets mad every time Ian does not defend the PlayStation.
Well, I just you're an Xbox guy. I'm just glad you can formulate a sentence. Oh, good job, little buddy.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
sir. Thank you, sir.
No, they did officially announce and show the PSVR 2, which looks fantastic.
Yeah, you were saying that.
So that again, I've mentioned it before, but that is the one thing I'm really waiting for.
My
to come
eyesight's
out.
bad enough, man. I'm hesitant to get
Well,
any VR
there's so
shit.
much easier to see when it's only this far away from you
your
instead
face.
of over there.
Yeah, VR just fucks with me too much. I get too sick with it. I'm waiting.
I feel like I'm
for
gonna
it to
kill
get
one of my
better.
roommates, man.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Street Fighter on there. Oh, you can't! I'm gonna fucking catch Sophie under the chin, like,
But that's when real
Like, this
game
feels
players
real.
with no conditioning
there's a tooth in my hand. It's fucking awesome.
realize how out of shape they are. Remember when the Kinect for the Xbox 360
yeah.
had that fighting game?
Yep.
And I would play it, and I'm not the greatest athlete, but I'm like, I got some conditioning. I could get through a couple of rounds. I watched some people play, and I was like, yo, that's only been 10 seconds,
Dude,
bro.
Wii Sports.
Want some water?
Wii Sports used to show people how fucking out of
When
shape
the-
they were.
when
The
the
high
Wii-
jump,
Oh,
the fucking
yeah.
high
Oh,
jump.
yeah.
You used to
Oh,
have to be
yeah.
like in place. You'd have to be like, and then jump as high as you could. Dude, I used to watch. Dude, I watched a fat Indian kid break his ankle.
How many
I watched him
people
break his fucking
Shit.
ankle playing that game.
How
in
many
place, he was like,
people
jumped, came down, I was
got
like, oh,
hurt
there you go.
just because they actually had to physically move right in front of their TV, and that was enough to fucking
No.
hurt yourself.
Move? What do you mean I gotta move?
I think that's why like that shit died out as quickly as it did. Like it was cool for a lot of people. They got into it, but then they realized, oh shit, I'm actually exercising.
Well, the Wii
Yeah,
sold.
I don't play video games to get in shape. I play video games to relax.
The Wii sold a lot. That's like a benchmark for other consoles
Oh,
to
yeah.
try to get to.
Yeah.
No, but like I mean, look at all those other games that kind of died out, like Dance Dance Revolution, even like Rock Band,
Guitar Hero
for
and,
other reasons,
Rock
yeah.
Band for a while.
Rock Band and Guitar Hero, because
IPs.
they were both releasing like 2 games a year each, and at a certain point, you just couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
It was too much. But I believe they're actually both owned by Xbox now.
Thank God. Thank God I don't have to deal with that shit
So
anymore.
they could bring it back,
Thank God I don't have to deal with
Thank God I
that
don't do that
anymore.
shit anymore.
and
And
it
he
would
goes
just
home and
be
cries in a corner.
the one property versus both of them. But it'd be pretty hard pressed at this point, I think, because they'd really have to reset. And so many people that lost their libraries moving from one console to the next, or because the game was
The old sex toy controller.
was sunsetting whatever licenses they had, and
Right.
if you didn't turn on your console at the right day at the right time to re-download your license, and we know
Yeah,
Mike
plenty of people
who lost thousands of dollars in Rock Band.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
He loved the game. He spent the money on it,
and he
then
played with his
couldn't
family, and
get
then
his shit.
Well, Xbox will reimburse him, right?
nope.
Oh, you don't have the password? Ooh, sorry. Well, we gotta go. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Microsoft
Bill
could
Gates
be a
on
bitch
his,
when it comes
his
to that shit.
Bill Gates
yeah.
on his throne of children's skull. God.
Fuck.
But we'll deal with that Saturday.
Yeah,
We'll deal with that-
yes,
we'll deal
we
with that next
definitely
week.
will. I can't
Actually,
wait.
probably next Sunday, I think, because we'll be at the Ren Fair.
It's Saturday, right? The Ren Fair.
Ren Fair Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll record.
Yeah, whatever works for you guys.
Yeah, no, because Saturday,
You're getting a tattoo or some shit.
I'm doing a tattoo.
Sunday, I'm getting a tattoo. 4:00.
Okay. We can do before that, after it, whatever.
Yeah,
We're flexible. I'll get Shay out of bed.
Yeah.
You know?
He wants to defend the PlayStation, so I'm looking forward.
As
to
he
this.
should. As he should.
Yes,
You know?
yes. He's very funny. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I have visuals.
And it sucks because now I'm gonna have to prepare. I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta look up stats and shit. God
Yeah,
damn.
I got a laser pointing pen. Be prepared, like Scar said.
You have like a chart. Scar in the old
Roll
movie.
down chart.
Yeah.
Have a PowerPoint.
In the old fascist Lion King.
Yes.
all right. So
Are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna touch on it? Are we gonna bring it
you know,
up?
I was thinking we had such a good podcast. Maybe we should leave it alone.
Should we? Should we leave it alone?
Yeah. I say let's leave that for other people to discuss.
All right.
World news, a lot of shit going on, and it's very sad.
Long story short, Vladimir Putin's a dick, and we stand with the people of Ukraine.
Goddamn right.
You're damn
Goddamn
right.
right. Yes.
Soviet
Yes.
Kingdom supports him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So wrapping it up, since we did a lot of superhero, a lot of movie talk, if you had to choose one X-Men that you could live without, cartoon, movie, or otherwise,
Live without? Oh, but there's so many.
to me,
Some I don't give a shit about at all.
it's the old lady that made everybody nauseous.
What?
Yes, she was in the original X-Men cartoon. She was a part of like the mutant underground with all of
Her power was
like she would make people
she made
like
Nauseous.
sick and nauseous. I'm like, what a useless old lady.
I can't think of her, and thank God.
I can't remember her name.
Thank God I
But
can't.
you know who I'm talking about? Like the leader of the what was the name of the underground
I forget.
X-Men? Like they lived in the tunnels because they were
They were
also
Lady
repulsive.
Deathstrike and all those folks.
Oh yeah, like the team that Wolverine used to be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was her name? Like diarrhea.
There was so the
Lady
group
diarrhea.
the group that was so obviously mutants they couldn't
Wasn't
live on the
Bigfoot?
surface.
Was it like Sasquatch or something? Was
Yes.
that group?
they,
God, I love that group.
I'm gonna look it up while you guys.
there were some terrible powers when some of the X-Men.
First came out.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean Banshee's always top of the list of
Look
just
at the
someone
blob.
who's like
The blob's just
"Nah."
a big fat guy. You can't move. Nobody can
And-
move.
The Blob. Yeah. Oh, the Morlocks.
The Morlocks.
The Morlocks. That's who they were.
Yes.
Callisto was the leader.
Oh no.
Until Storm whooped that ass.
Yeah.
Storm's pretty powerful, man. Storm's an Omega level mutant.
Yeah, and then there was Caliban, who was like the right hand man to Callisto, who was basically just like an imp.
The hero I could live without is Omega Red because he's Russian and fuck Russia.
Well played, sir.
So that's my hero.
Well played.
That's my hero.
Yeah.
Worthless.
Yeah.
Worthless tentacle whipping trash. Get out.
We
of here.
drink no more vodka here. on the
Tito's
Sofa
vodka.
Kingdom.
Tito's vodka on the Sofa Kingdom podcast. American
it.
made.
Okay. Yes.
Delicious.
Yes.
We don't need your goddamn communist potatoes.
Just
Keep
fucking-
them.
We just drink whiskey now.
Right. We're going to drink Polish vodka too. Fuck you.
Ed, what would you say is the Omega Red? You can't. You know what? Cue the music. Thank you for listening to the Sofa Kingdom podcast. You can't beat Omega Red.
Fuck Omega
Ian,
Red.
you are the champion of useless mutants.
Useless fucking mutants.
Get rid of fucking Omega Red.
And
all
everything
right?
he's associated with. Das Vidanya.
God damn it, that's so good. All right, thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast. You can find us on all your social media platforms at.
Sofa Kingdom OFC.
You can find us on YouTube at.
Sofa Kingdom podcast.
Yeah, take us away.
Like, share, comment, get us out there. We appreciate you guys interacting with us. We love what we do. We hope you do too.
Good luck
God
to
bless
all the
the
men,
Ukraine.
women, and children in Ukraine.
God bless the people in the armed forces.
Hoorah.
Like it?
Yes.
That tanker that said "Go fuck yourself," roll
Yes.
your way back to Russia.
Yep.
Oh, that video's great.
Put your pal, you're fucking waiting short.